Wow, what a beautiful deck. Can't believe this is in the deck, but it's just better than like the black ones I think in this deck. I think I want like one or two. I think Resto's really cool with Heartless. If we have Heartless Summoning Delney, we get double Resto triggers. Alright, let's go. 3 Delney. What a hand. Gigantha, Scalding Tarn, Steam Vents. Swifty. We should put back the Eagles. Well, drew another wall anyways, I guess. This is the one brought back. I've played enough brought back to know I'm never putting in a deck with like less than 10 fetch lands. And I really want to play Eagles. Yeah, I know you mean cut Eagles, but I want to play Eagles, so let's just play Eagles, you know. You can play it brought back on your stream. Might end up fetching other Surveil lands, so let's just play Takenuma. Yeah, so if you have Delney and Heartless Summoning Eagles, you get to double the ETB trigger. Would love to draw Solitude or Grief. I can go Summoning, Delney, double up the triggers. Probably Solitude a little bit more than Grief, huh? I can also potentially... I can go Summoning Delney... Okay, I can't go Summoning Delney, Wall of Omens all next turn, I guess. Still playing Sprite Dragon, huh? No, first strike. Well, you double up the +1/+0. Which negates the Heartless Summoning. But they're just like pretty castable with the Heartless Summoning in play. That, you know, and it's just nice that you'd be able to cast your lands, of course. Okay, Solitude off the top would be probably game winning. We draw Nazgul. Huh. How did we get here? Am I playing Nazgul? Am I playing Wall? I think I'll play Wall. We get to see how big these Nazguls are next turn, I guess. Probably gonna die. Oh. Gonna die right now. Okay, we'll bring in a Chalice. Not gonna force him to spare them. Okay, we're not prepped for prowess today, I guess. Magistrate's actually kind of good against them, though. It stops Iterations card, and it stops Underworld Breach, and it's a 1/3. I guess, I mean, Dice to Bolt obviously survives darts, sometimes blocks okay. Want to bring in Ashiok? Mostly because it's awful in the matchup. You can't play 3-mana Planeswalkers that don't impact the board against prowess. Oh yeah, blocks the dart flashback. And maybe we should play 3. Alright, Cloudshift. Let's fucking go. Yeah, we have 2 coat decks, so we'll probably get 2 later today. Do not... It affects the board, makes DRC smaller, and then it just dies. You can't spend 3 mana, have your opponent like attack your play. You're time walking yourself. You're time walking yourself when you're playing 3 mana, like gain 5 life. It is not the kind of card you can play against prowess. Also, DRC becomes delirious like immediately again, dude. DRC is so cracked. Okay, they don't have any blue mana. Take the Swift Spear for sure. How much do I care about this Lightning Bolt? Probably should just take it. Could take the Wear Tear maybe. Taking this makes Ephemerate better. Strictly works Ephemerate still. Kind of an Ephemerate, huh? They do top deck blue mana. So they hand is Sacred Foundry, Wear Tear, Preordain. Or not Preordain. Iteration. Yeah, we have one of Ephemerate. I just wanted a fifth, like, 1-mana scam card. I think Cloudshift is better than the black ones in this deck. You know, you play Undying Evil in your modern deck, nobody bats an eye. You play Cloudshift in your modern deck, everybody loses their mind. So they got a Swiftspear back. So these are the two draws, Swiftspear and Holy Heat. Two pretty good draws. Their hand is now Iteration, Wear Tear. I need to draw a land. I've drawn a land. We'll play the Magistrate because we know their hand is Iteration here. Well, I guess they can play a land from Iteration. I was just gonna wait. It was okay. I think I like the Ephemerate build a little bit more. What that deck really needs is more 1-mana removal, I think. And I think that card has to be Oust. If we don't splash a color. Could also maybe splash black for Bowmaster. Don't love the idea. Okay, what is blocking bad against? Lava Dart? Mutagenic Growth? We know 2 of their 3 cards. I'm going to block. Okay. They had one of them, unfortunately. So not the biggest deal ever, though. And I know that they have Wear Tear. I think I'll just try to maybe keep them off the Iteration for this turn. So play this, it's a 1-2. Let's get the wall down, I think, instead. Chat, 10 months, they go come back. So either they kill this, which I think would be okay, or they Iteration. I guess they also have a new card. New card every turn, broken. Here's the battlefield. The ring tempts you. Whenever the ring tempts you, put a +1 counter on each Wraith you control. A deck may have up to 9 cards named Nazgul. You want to flashback darts? Draw something else. They drew something else. I will accept. Wait, okay, they're just bolting me. They're not dealing with the wall. You are my ring bearer, Nazgul. Keep. Dude, I haven't cast a Restoration Angel in months. Or I'm playing Cloudshift over Undying Malice or something like that. We want more white cards. We're a Wall of Omens deck. We're a Delney deck. We are... you can, like, if you have Grief in play, you can draw step Grief them. You can flicker Solitude at any time. It seems to be much better than Undying Malice. We don't care as much about the +1/+1. I understand that there's, like, certainly some relevant text. I'll block like this, try to get the trade here, and then Restoration Angel my Wall of Omens. I do think Resto's fine in Heartless Summoning decks, of course. Get double triggers if you have Delney and Heartless Summoning. Get my next Surveil land here. I guess I should probably do this. I guess, am I okay if they Unholy Heat my wall? Let's get the value here. I'm going to go ahead and wait on the Surveil until after I draw to get a little bit more information. It's like, I think people only want to play Undying Malice or, Not Dead After All. I think because these are just the cards you're used to playing in Modern. Oh, dropping my water bottle. Got 3 cards in their hand. Sprite Dragon's pretty scary. They have 1 dart in the yard. Graveyard Eagles. They have one card in their hand. I guess I should be griefing this turn. Let's attack with the resto. A little bit bold, but they're also at 11. Probably dead to breach anyways. Yeah, I do like Anointed Peacekeeper. You don't get to double the trigger with Delney, but I think Peacekeeper is a really good underplayed card. I don't know about Kitchen Fings. I do obviously like that card a lot. Okay, so they bolt me. Probably will also dart me here. Get me down to 4, then down to 2. They seem to be thinking about not using the... or using the dart or not. Maybe about some Supreme Verdict in the Copeblade deck. I tend to not really ever want to play Supreme Verdict and Stoneforge Mystic in the same deck. I think Supreme Verdict also bad with codes. I don't feel like I need the emotional support Supreme Verdict, but you could play it to be okay. Down to 1. Dart me down to 4. Oh, he's there down to 1. Yeah. Down to 1. Maybe they're thinking Dart the Wall. Yeah, maybe. Dart face makes Dart live. Well, Dart is still already live because right now I'd be going to 3, so Flashback Dart plus Draw on Dart is still 3 damage. So they decide to finish off the wall, which I think is a good call. Sorry for rhyming. I'm at 2. Top deck Dart is still... Yeah, I think this is the right choice on their part. Did I cut the Grange? Did cut the Grange. Okay. Okay. Opponent is down to 5. We're dead to Bolt, Dart, not Breach, not Sprite Dragon. So now they hit land plus Bolt or Dart. Oh, dead to Heat also, yeah. They find land. They find Mishra's Bauble to get 2 more looks. Scary. Not dead to Heat anymore, I guess. Really want to see them crack the fetch. Why not attack with Angel / Grief, then Solitude own Angel for life gain? Well, I think giving my opponent 1 draw step versus like 3 draw steps is probably right, and when my opponent has Underworld Breach at the draw 2. And also, that Sprite Dragon's just gonna fucking kill me, dude. What are you talking? Actually, like, what are we talking about? I'm gonna die to Sprite Dragon. I'll have 3 more life, and then they're gonna have a 3-powered flyer. What are we talking about? Okay. So yeah, let's bring in the 3rd Magistrate. Probably cut the resto on the draw. We can Solitude our own creature, gain 3, then take minimum 3 if my opponent bricks by leaving Sprite Dragon in play. Or we could just exile the Sprite Dragon and keep my creature. Is this a meme? I mean, what's a meme, dude? I feel Delney plus Nazgul was really sick. It's a lot of power toughness, putting a lot of power toughness into play in the Rhinos metagame is kind of nice. We have Chalice on turn 2. I'm going to keep. Is it crazy to play main deck Chalice with Avoidance Scales? Yes. Maybe too slow. Actually, probably will Grief on turn 1 here. Let's play out playing lands for messing with psychic damage. Well, I kind of like to not play land first because it's like my opponent might think I fucked up. And then they'll underestimate me. So no Ephemerate, and our Cloudshift is going to look awful here for the first time ever. Get bolted down to 14, probably getting a hit down for like 4 this turn, but you know, we took one of their iterations, so hopefully they can't dig for Wear Tear. If they find Wear Tear super fast, probably get toasted. Next up, another Soulscar Mage. I'm down to 10. Yeah, I'm just gonna get a basic planes here. Okay, I can pitch. Probably wise to hold this for a Sprite Dragon. That's a bummer. Certified bummer. That being said, I now could Solitude Ephemerate, so let's plan to take 2. Might put a Mutagenic Growth, I'll Solitude in response, I think. Restoration Angel is not a good blocker for Sprite Dragon. Wanting it to be a blocker I don't think is a good plan. The ring tempts me. I guess Rest could block DRC kind of well, but not with Heartless Summoning in play. It's just not a good plan. And also, each time you cut a Nazgul, the rest of your Nazguls get worse, so it's just kind of tough. But Norn, you could play Norn. Had it at some point. Probably could have 1 or 2. I want to play Restoration Angel, though, because you get like double Delney triggers if you have Heartless Summoning in play. This real fetch will be good. Yes, they are modern staples. You'll see them in almost every modern deck with fetch lands. Not decks like Prowess. I think also like decks with Leyline Binding right now, I'm not including them, but most of the other ones. Somehow up 10 minutes again every game we ever play. I don't know if Chalice is that as popular. I guess Chalice is pretty popular at the moment. I would probably just use Haywire Might to deal with Chalice on 1 out of NT Asmo because you can fetch it off Saga. Yeah, we're gonna try Rhinos against Titan Living End and Rhinos. Yeah, I kind of figured they had Breach here with this like long pause, but does not seem like they can do much more than just play a Lightning Bolt at the moment, does it? So if they target my Nazgul, I guess I Ephemerate the Nazgul. With the thought that it's unlikely my opponent's going to really be able to get these above 3-4, and then I can trade 1 here, block here, rebound Ephemerate on Wall of Omens, and then have Nazgul ready to come down, be level 3 Ring Bearer. Oh, no. No attacks. We'll take that. So notably, this is discounted by 1 right now. Let's attack with the Nazgul and then loot. Probably looting away Heartless Summoning. And I think I'm just going to prioritize my life being as low as possible, or as high as possible. I'm going to play this untapped, hardcast Solitude this turn, get some life gain. Next turn we can loot this away, I can play another Nazgul. 2 cards in their hand. Yeah, this card is, impossible to play around. So we could have gone Nazgul, hold this up, but... Okay. Goodbye, Wall of Omens, you served us so well. They only have 1 card in their hand, though. Don't think I've ever telegraphed Solitude more in my entire life. Play Eiganjo, you know what I mean? Well, I guess we are... Okay, let me double check. Am I playing my third planes or not? Okay, I am playing third planes. Seems good. This is still my Ring Bearer. 1 counter on each Nazgul. Why not block there and attack for 3 lifelink? You want to block and attack. This is interesting. Interesting choice. Oh, why not block? I think that this is a better board state to be at. My life total is I'd be at 5 instead of 8. I'm not dead to 2 lightning bolts. I'm not dead to breach bolts here. Undefeated. Let's fucking go. Got both of our surveil lands. I'm gonna keep. Yeah, the cleanest Nazgul deck ever created in modern history. Big flavor fail. Eagles don't have flash. They just show up and rescue other creatures. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, the 7 dwarves also. Wait, how many rings did the dwarves get? Did they get 7? I don't think so. Keep that. Grief Scam in turn 2. Did I have input on the 1-mana land cycles for Lord of the Rings? Probably. I don't really remember them, to be honest with you. I can't remember what feedback I gave, if any. It's been like 3 years at this point. Sorry. I usually like to Solitude Grief in these kind of spots, but yeah, I think I still will. Fun. Okay, well, let's bottom this. Grief is the top card of my library. Would be nice if I could surveil the Solitude in the yard. Take a draw step before I grief. 3 cards in my opponent's hand. Pretty nice draw step. Wish I had that 3rd surveil land. Almost played it. Okay, opponent has just Otawara land, full forest. So probably getting Living End next turn. Do you have an Insidious Roots list you like that? No, not yet. I do think Roots is good, but building the deck has been pretty tough. We'll hopefully find a build we like at some point. Is there a reason you didn't pitch Ephemerate so a creature is definitely discarded to Grief? Yeah, I guess I messed up. I was kind of thinking I would maybe get to Ephemerate the Grief that was on top of my library, or the Solitude, but maybe that wasn't that likely. Okay, well. Grief is probably getting Otaward at some point here. No Surveil land, I guess, for our opponent. Interesting choice. The hand is just an Otawara, so we're not going to rebound. Don't see a lot of reason to play this. We played some with the new Leyline and Devotion deck so far. There's like a million Domain Zoo lists that I don't think are super duper interesting, but I think Domain Zoo is a good deck, and Leyline is a really high variance card that you can choose to play in that archetype. Sometimes it's very good. Sometimes it's very, very bad. Kind of hard to say for me if it's optimal. Okay, well, go Grief, go. The hero of Modern. Think Surveil lands are correct to Living In. I'd hate to have a tap land and 15 land deck. Well, maybe. If you like Surveil a creature into the yard, it's pretty sick. Okay, Force of Despair, Chalice, Drannith Magistrate. Fuck, I'll bring an Ashiok. All of them? Yeah. I might do it on black cards. Not great. 13. Cut Resto. I mean, I could Restoration Angel Grief. Could Restoration Angel Solitude. Let's try this. I don't know. Maybe the Nazguls are better. Maybe this is, I guess the Heartless Summonings are now bad, actually. Try this. Just sideboard 10 cards different than I initially thought. But I need the black cards because I have 6 black pitch spells. On the play. Got Ashiok on the play. I guess we're gonna keep. So I go turn 1, Godless Shrine. Oh, also 2 eagles in the yard, something. Ashiok's a black card. I was counting it. Put us on a mull to 6. So we go Godless Shrine, trigger, or search for a Surveil land. And then we can use the Godless Shrine to Eagles again and Surveil again next turn. I'm just gonna get the other Surveil land. I have a land here, I guess. Dude, I got 3 creatures in the graveyard. How many do you have? None. 1. Who's the living in deck now? I guess it's still them. Slide Gain, Twitch Prime, thank you, welcome back. Please resolve Ashiok. I've never asked you for anything in my entire life. Yeah! Alright. Game 3. Ashiok milling ourselves. Yeah, maybe. I also feel like just like exiling 16 cards from the deck can be really nice. Yeah, maybe we should have milled ourselves. They conceded too fast, huh? Traz, 34 months. Dude, we have Force of Despair and Chalice and a Surveil lands. Let's fucking go. My Grief turn 1. We'll see what we draw. We broke it, gamers. Although we haven't casted Delney yet this league. And we have a Nazgul. there's a Nazgul in the hand. What do you want? Aries, the 1 year. Happy anniversary. Okay, I'm gonna fetch Surveil land first. I'm gonna wait a turn. Ender 3 months. Rest of the 12, thank y'all again. No, but they did play Beseiju turn 1 here. Because I may want to be pitching the something to my Force of Despair also. I may also draw this. So I think I'm gonna pitch the Force of Despair. Wait, they have 2 living-ins in their hand? Nice. Like, see an RS thinks again, Ander. Okay, top deck Foundation Breaker. I roll. Come on, just immediately off the top. What the fuck? How did they do it? That's so frustrating. But Takenuma costs 1 less now. If my opponent's new card is Violent Outburst, the stream ends. Too bad. Huh. All of a sudden there are 3 cards in their yard here. Dude! Wakered in the Wraith Living End. Thankfully we build 2 Nazguls and we have this Eagles. But dude, fuck Living End, man. I think I make the Eagles the ring bearer. No, I guess we make Nazgul, so we have two attackers. So we surveil before we loot. Attack like this. I think. I guess if I attack with everything, they have to block something. Block here, and then they have 6. They have 13 power. I'm not dead to a Violent Outburst. Sure. No, I don't. I'm one short of max ring bearer. It's also 3 life loss only on the damage. Oh, they also, dude, they're getting ring beared here pretty hard. Oh yeah, it has Death Touch anyways. Not the most useful line of text. Foundation Breaker into like Waker Wraith Agent. So lucky to win this game. I thought it's over. Well, 2 of my opponent's 3 cards in hand are Living End. Okay, they trade here. Now we have a game. Out of Surveil lands. Target dead this time. They drew another Subtlety. Pretty gross. Endurance. Pretty gross. Just another very relevant spell off the top. Mill the Nazgul. I think that's like just every turn for them. I guess they didn't draw a Cascader that one turn after the Foundation Breaker, but they every single turn, including the turn that they didn't draw, has been incredibly relevant top decks. Best draws Nazgul. Got 8 of them in the deck. Creatures you control with power 2 or less can't be blocked by creatures with power 3 or greater. It's a nice line of text. Save this to loot away. 3-turn clock. Oh, sorry, they can block with Agent. Do we have just 2? Yeah, we only have 2 Surveil lands. So few. Okay. Good draw. Okay, I think I attack with Delney and Grief. Seeing Grief to remove Agent. You want to attack with just Grief? I kind of like attacking like this. Because if they double block the Grief, I can kill the Agent. And if they block Delney, I get in for 3. And then they're at 3. Okay, really happy with this block. I mean, they might have drawn a land this last turn. So now I'm barely winning this race. I want to do this pre-combat because if I draw Nazgul, I could win. I'm not gonna call out their outs. It's a good draw though. What a game. Need some Surveil lands. It's on a mull to 6. Way closer than it should have been. Yeah, I mean, I just like we had the Chalice with Grief in play feeling so good. They go top deck Foundation Breaker. We top deck Ashiok. After taking their Charlotte's Agent with the rebound. And then they draw, what was it? They drew Waker into Streetwise, Living End. It's pretty gross. It's kind of nice to have Reprieve up here. Not that there's a ton of spells of mine that they would cast, but if they do find one of them, I can Reprieve it back to my hand. I don't think I'm going to evoke Solitude here. Maybe play some off-color Surveil lands. I mean, it could be right to play 4 Surveil lands, but I'm not thinking they're that good at the moment. We were playing 2 right now. Could play 3. Yeah, they printed White Remand. Isn't that crazy? Who was telling me to add lands to this deck? What stream do you watch? I think I just don't have enough that I care about Ragavan hitting to not Surveil first. Yeah, we also, the thing is we also have 4 Eagles, so it's just like those are also like kind of tapped lands. Three, 4 blocker. Graveyard's a Murktide. I would probably play 2 of these at Murktide, to be honest, at this point. Might be right. It's definitely the first one's definitely good. I've just been so impressed by them. Yeah, I don't think we can go for the Resto Scam. Because it's so weak to Counterspell. And if they don't have Counterspell, like, the Resto is good by itself. So it's like, I think I just cast this. It's only weak to Counterspell. And then I can try to go for Resto Scam next turn. Oh, right, this card also exists. Okay, let's bottom. I always forget they were made to go these subtleties now. I think I would play a Surveil Land and Scam. Oh, sorry, I should have topped because of the Ragavan. I would play a Surveil Land and Scam, I think, but not 100% sure. Probably should have mulliganed. Okay, game 2. Kind of pre-boarded for Murktide. Bring in Chalice. Could have Delney? I think that makes sense. Just played 1 Surveil Land Scam, felt very good. Yeah, I mean, it's just the Surveil Lands are like every gamer is just like, wow, the Surveil Lands felt so good in my deck. They're just good in every deck. Right now, I don't think I'm playing. I'm not playing them in the Esper deck we have later because I think in Leyline Binding decks you just need the Triomes. Reprieve not that good. I agree. The Reprieve is not that good in this matchup. It's okay. It's like kind of passable. It's like it can line up well against opposing counter spells. You can reprieve your own spell. It's okay against the card Murktide. It's okay against the card Iteration. I don't hate having like 2 copies. We're drawing our 1 of Chalice a bunch. Yeah, I agree. The Surveillance have this like kind of hidden application of like making binding a little worse because you don't get to play Surveillance. Potentially, maybe just play both, but there's at least a little downside. Could be right to Solitude the Channeler first, so like they can't surveil. Cloudshift, we just get to pitch it. Why can't surveil binding work? I mean, you can play. So yeah, them casting this for just a surveil means that I think they maybe have a Murktide, so I want to keep the Solitude or the other Solitude. It's just that like there's a tension between playing Surveillance and Triomes. Like typically Triomes are what enables Leyline binding. And Surveillance, you know, there's tension, but it's not the biggest deal in the world, of course. Ow, with the 3 months. Thank you, welcome back. No. Delney's so cool, just hanging out, hands in pockets. Yeah, I can't be blocked by creatures with power 3 or greater. What you gonna do about it? I think I keep it on top. It's another white card. Just gonna lead on Grief next turn and kind of see what's going on too. Literally just Chalice and the 2-mana, 3-mana, 2/2 Simian Spirit Guide. We haven't done a great job of drawing Heartless Summoning today. This is definitely Murktide. Reprieve now is the time to exile the Channeler. I think I want to potentially cast the Grief first and figure that out. Seems like I probably should have gotten rid of it a while ago, to be honest. Okay, so we get to Grief freely. Take their 1 castable spell. Oh, I just realized they have Odawara. Land Odawara. That'll be their whole turn? Well, it'll be the whole end of my turn, and then they'll untap and cast 4 spells. Five spells, maybe. Yeah, they really should not have played Island here because they have all these red spells in their hand. Reprieve also nice against the double mountain here, since it'll kind of mean they can only resolve 1 red spell potentially. How many creatures have I killed with Eiganjo in Modern? More than 10, less than 20 probably. Yeah, I think I'm likely to reprieve any red spell. Well, I guess not any red spell. I would reprieve Unholy Heat. I wouldn't reprieve a creature. One card on top, one card on bottom. What's nice about reprieving this, for example, although I guess I should probably just Solitude this. Yeah, I think just Solitude. But reprieving heat would be like they could, if I just reprieve or Solitude here, they can't counter the Chalice. But I could also just like reprieve a counter spell potentially. Is it not better to just exile whenever they play an attack? Well, I thought there was a pretty real chance my opponent would like be on counterspell plus heat. I did not Ashanti. They asked me and I said no because they wanted me to go to Seattle for like 6 weeks. You have 5 damage. So I'm gonna cast the Solitude, gamers. Let me cast the Let me use my mana this turn. This is still lethal. This is 8 damage. My opponent also has removal in its hand. Y'all are crazy for not wanting to cast Solitude, I think. I don't know. I guess you can reprieve the heat, but I guess you can reprieve the heat, yeah. No, you're right, never mind. Lose a spell snare though. Lose a spell snare. Not a lot, though. It's fine. It's fine to cast it there. Okay. Game 3. I haven't been to Seattle, no. I'm sure the city is lovely. Me and Esther have kind of wanted to go, but me not going was not because I don't like the city. It's just too like a bigger wrench in the stream to like be gone for 6 weeks. What does Force of Despair do? It destroys every creature that was put into play this turn. And you can pitch a black card rather than cast it on your opponent's turn, so it's kind of good against Shardless Agent. In general, kind of good against Titan decks. What do you know about mono white Martyr decks? Not a lot. They're kind of weird, kind of janky. Hold on, I'm gonna let Athena out. You will resolve Heartless Summoning. We should have kept second Heartless Summoning. We're not bottoming third lands. My opponent might cast kind of my Heartless Summoning, and then I want to cast my 3 mana spells. Kind of what I was thinking. Also, if this resolves, then if it gets countered, I can just cast 3 drops, and if it resolves, then I'm not really wanting it. We can keep this on top since it seems like this Heartless Summoning is likely to resolve. And if we have Delney in play, we do get to double up the Solitude triggers, which could be nice. Although, opponent maybe just reading. We can also go next turn Delney, Nazgul, and then we'll have 2 legends in play to channel Eiganjo. Is Delney plus Nazgul 4 counters? I think so. Hold on. So Delney, Nazgul. We have it. I think so. Enters Ring Tempts you. Whenever the Ring Tempts you, put a counter. Which just would be 2, right? Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. It's 2 Ring Tempts you triggers, and then the Ring Tempts you triggers twice. Yeah, it is 4. It is 4. Or it is 4. Right. That was the whole idea. I forgot. It's been a little while. That was the whole deck idea. Get some water real quick. With summoning 4, without 3. It's gonna open to draw a white card, but I guess I'm just kind of dead, aren't I? Let's go Solitude this turn. I have Eiganjo. Well, if my opponent just has... They're probably going to kill Delney in response to the triggers. Oh, no. Keeps the card on top. Can't win every match with the Nazgul deck, huh? Alright, mulligan. Back second Eagles. I didn't make Stern Scolding just when I saw it. It said counter. It did say counter creature power 2 or less, and I suggested power or toughness because of Lower Solitude Grief. Yeah, I consulted on the Lord of the Rings set. When I saw Stern Scolding, it said counter target creature power 2 or less. I suggested power or toughness 2 or less. I guess I might just pitch the Eagles. Sure. It's also behind Bowmaster. I thought Bowmaster was fine as printed, but also I kind of didn't have the context of the One Ring. The One Ring is not a card. Well, we saw a card called the One Ring, but it was not anything like what we saw now. I still kind of feel like Bowmaster's is fine. I'm pretty happy with where the card is, to be honest. I feel like it punishes all the right cards. Like I think if Bowmaster and Ragavan are both legal, you can be angsty about Bowmaster, or you can be angsty about Ragavan. But it's nice to be angsty about Bowmaster instead for a little bit. Let me actually Solitude this Lord here. Hard to imagine I don't do this. I guess I could draw like an Ephemerate, but it's a hair too much. Yeah, I think it's fine to be. It's fine. Of course, allowed to disagree about Bowmaster here. Okay. So let's leave the Nazgul back this turn, I guess. Actually, I never mind. I can't block if they attack because they have the Flash Lord in the deck now. So I think the fact that I can't feel super comfy blocking probably means I just attack. Okay, so I'm down to 10. They only have one card in their hand though. You have Death Touch? Yeah, that's true. So should I attack here? Got a pretty good block. Take 5. I don't know, am I really wanting to trade a Nazgul for a Trickster though? Maybe. I guess I'm dead to it. They have Trickster or they have Nether Master? Okay, so if they send with everything, we can easily block Lord of Atlantis. Probably do have to take a trade here. Unfortunately. Let me hit my land drop here. I know I could loot this away, but just hit a land. So 2 counters on each of these. Have to leave them both back. Ring Bearer level 3. Maybe should put on the smaller one. Probably doesn't matter that much. Mardu Stoneblade with Delney works. Well, the thing is, if you're playing Stoneblade, you need to play blue for coat, is my current thinking. Master of the Pearl Trident on top of their library. That is going to be lethal next turn, even through my 3rd Nazgul. Yeah, Delney does work with Bowmasters. Well, can't beat them in hand, so attack here. Alright, give him 2. Don't have a lot in the deck for Merfolk, I guess. Not going to play Force of Despair. Seems fine to run it back. How lethal? My opponent plays the Master, animate their Mutavault, and attack with everything. Is it only 5? I don't think so. Couldn't you have lethal with 3 Nazguls and Ephemerate? Maybe play 3rd Nazgul and Ephemerate if they don't block. That could have been lethal. Okay, maybe we should have gone for that. Yeah, they probably wouldn't have blocked either. Oh, you're right. You block 3? Yeah, they have 5. Don't they have 5 attackers? Am I wrong? Going crazy. They had 4 or 5 attackers. I feel very confident that they had lethal on the backswing. But I don't know, I could be wrong. I'm pitching the Heartless Summoning. This is not a good Aether Vial deck, I think. It's just way too slow. For sure, depending on blocks. I don't think I said that. Can anybody clip it? Because I'm like I'm losing my sanity. Okay, I guess we're taking... The Chatter did? Chatter did. Oh, Chatter said it. Opponent decides to play this instead of Aether Vial. I just want to get the vials out of the hand. Kind of scared of them. Cloudshift. It's just better than any black scam card. Better here. We need more white cards. I know it's so weird to see, but you register Undying Evil in your modern deck. Nobody bats an eye. You register Cloudshift in your modern deck, and everybody loses their minds. Vials on top. Are you sure about that? Or are they... Okay, so I got a 2-3 against their 2-2s. Yeah, Grief and Draw Step, Flicker Grief, Flicker Solitude, it's just better. We had a lot of people yelling at me about it. A Trickster? Hopefully they don't top deck a Lord. Am I trading Delney for a 2-2? Oh, they top deck a Lord. Okay, hoping to draw Nazgul. White card keeps us alive at least. So this is a white card, funny enough. Can channel Takenuma, get back Eagles. Now I can pick up Nazgul. Do the thing. Guess Delney's my ring? I don't know. Nazgul will be my ring bearer. That's a lot of triggers. What even are all the triggers? I don't know. I'm just going to close my eyes and these will be some power and some toughness. Okay, this is 8-8. This is 7-8. Pass back for this turn. It's good for them. We dead? Oh. The island walk. They just didn't attack last turn. Fuck the island walk. I forgot about it because they didn't attack. Okay, never mind. Magical, 42 months. Thank you. Welcome back. Keep this. Looking for a black card. No, I still haven't figured out Reenact the Crime or Crime Novelist. We'll try to get one of those figured out by next week. I guess well, I'll cast it. If we have to take 8, we have to take 8, I guess. Find some creature that has ETB 2 different enchantment. There are no good ones. Cloudshift's kind of better than Ephemerate here, or I should maybe say nice to have in combination with Ephemerate, so I can sandbag the Ephemerate to get 2 things later. I think I'll do this now so I can cast a 2-drop if I draw it. Wait, did I tap the wrong land? Oh my gosh, so embarrassing. Doesn't really matter. Just tap the wrong land. Hand's kind of scary if they draw a land, and spells are also scary. GG's, Jim. Thoughts on the Drake and like Teamer scales? The mana is something I'm kind of just thinking about some. I also would really like to play Mishra's Bauble if I'm going to play Drake in scales, where you like all of a sudden Bauble is really good with Patchwork and Drake. Probably just play both. Is it rude? My opponent says, "Wait, how does the Delney trigger those?" Is it rude if I say "mind your business," or do you think my opponent would think that's funny? No, don't register Moonblessed Cleric. I think. Is there any chance my opponent thinks that's funny? It's just a vibe check. Sounds kind of a little. Okay, can I do like I'll do like a P. That's like one of those stick your tongue out emojis. It's a little emoji. Do they get to Ancestral Recall? Although I get to Lightning Helix every time a Solitude attacks and is untapped, is unblocked. Sarah's with the 11 months. They go welcome back. Right on time. Because I could have had one earlier. Didn't know for sure they were on Rhino, so I chose the graveyard this. So spins of Footfalls. No green mana up, notably, so no Violent Outburst. Something I always notice when there's no green mana up. Hardcast Grief's kind of bad into Subtlety. Let's chill. When Solitude attacks and isn't blocked, tap it and remove it from combat and conjure a copy of Lightning Helix to your hand. You may cast that copy without paying its mana cost. If they have Subtlety, we can reprieve the Subtlety here. And then know about it. But I'm glad I didn't link my opponent to text, because this shit cannot be blocked. Got Odawara, huh? So I guess we're not draw step ephemerating. What if they keep on top? They don't put force in the yard. Got so many Nazgul in the deck. So get Rhinos next turn. Nazgul now. It would be awesome to be able to use the Takenuma. I feel like I'm just too mana inefficient if I just play Delney this turn. Okay. So this should only be 3 counters because we don't have Heartless Summoning in play. That's our current impression, I believe. Definitely make Grief the Ring Bearer. Yeah, because now this is a 3-power creature, so the Delney doesn't double up the triggers. But if you have Heartless Summoning, so with or without Heartless Summoning, this is a 4/5. We get a loot off of our Grief attack next turn. Can attack with Delney. Can attack with everything, actually. Yeah, actually easy attack with everything. If they double block the Nazgul, that's okay. Can't block this. Can't block this. Skulk Tribal. If you Ephemerate Nazgul, don't they die? No, you don't know. You don't know it. One of these cards, you don't know the text on it. I think. Ephemerate on Nazgul is lethal. How? Okay, one of my opponents has a card in their hand. And holding up Ephemerate against a card in hand is nice. But how is it lethal? Can they not just block it under any circumstance? The ring trigger kills them. Oh, I don't know what the card does. Still, like, I'm gonna hold up Ephemerate I think, against the card in hand, but thank you. That's I was wrong. I just don't even know what the card does. Still. Probably not right to use it main phase. It's like the main way you lose. Would have been a cool line though. Boarded and Force of Despair a lot. Dang, all of our cards are so good. You missed the loot that game? When did I miss the loot? Oh, you wanted to... Oh, you're right. I did miss the loot. Wow. So many lines. Let's keep it. Yeah, we have all 9 arts on Nazgul because the chat was kept yelling at me. I think I have to graveyard that one. Are we going to use Force of Despair? Not this turn, at least. Solitude Ephemerate is basically Force of Despair anyways, I guess. Yeah, I saw this deck. Someone tagged... Whoever built the deck tagged me on Twitter like a month ago with this. Very cool list where you're trying to use Blessing of the Nephilium, Civic Saber. Wait, I thought there was a 2-mana one. Was that one not good? There's a 2-mana one that gives +2/+2 for each of its colors. I guess that card was too much mana. Silly deck for sure. Alright, so they have Rhinos coming off suspend. I'm going to cast Drannith Magistrate. You have some options if this gets countered. Thanks. Okay, so now I just have to Solitude Ephemerate. Time to force. Let's not. I have a reason. I guess I let them get an extra life here. Yeah, you can't force on your own turn. So Magistrate gets to snipe one of these. And then they have no more Rhinos in their deck either. There's a reason this card doesn't see that much play. There's a reason. It's basically Force of Negation though, in this kind of matchup. That can hit a Murktide sometimes. So I'm down to 4. They got 2 cards in their hand. They're both awful for sure. Get to rebound Ephemerate. Then we get to cast 3 Nazgul. Don't hate that. I think I'll cast 1 right now, and then I'll go ahead and loot with my Drannith Magistrate. Oh my gosh. That's level 2, isn't it? Dude, I played so much Lord of the Rings Limited. I played like a ridiculous amount of Lord of the Rings Limited. Although it's been like a year at this point. Okay, we'll make Solitude a ring bearer. Yeah, the reading, it's just, I don't know, who has time to read all the fucking cards? Would you rather cascade into 2 4/4s or play 3 Nazguls for a 6/7, a 5/6, and a 3/4? You win this game? I did feel like the Nazguls would be pretty good in this matchup. Any creature that blocks your Rhino, well, wow, that's pretty good in this matchup. Yeah, they should have endurance themselves. Yeah, the Court Siege Rhino would be good against Crashing Footfalls, or, you know, you'd play it if it was in your deck. GG's play. I need to take against this, right? Yeah, for sure. GG's. Dude, we went 3-2 with 9 Nazguls in our deck. That's a 5-0 in my book. Yeah. Better than the Marty build, I think.